So, welcome to From Trucking to Digital Marketing, course creation specifically. My journey today is day two to do like a catch up because I was going to start documenting the whole journey and then I just got lost in it. And I didn't start making these videos. But I think it's important to share because the entrepreneurial journey is a lot of ups and downs. And that's why mindset's so important. There's courses just on mindset, right? Because there's a lot of mind blocks that we need to get through. And then all of the courses have little cores of mindset. And I added that into mine too. And that's why I love Jet Emotions, the apparel line, because it has a very positive message because there's a lot of ups and downs. But that's just life, right? We have obstacles, we have problems, but we're given the strength and the intelligence for us to get through it. And it's our choice to pick difficult times moving forward or difficult times staying in one place. My excuse was I don't have equipment, I don't have the right lighting, and there is no more obstacles. So I kind of have to get out of my way and I have to do it. And that's just what it is about anything. So you can sign up to a course, whether it's free or if it's paid. And there's that disclaimer. I have my disclaimer on Jet Emotions. I can give you all the tools, but if you don't take the steps to implement them, you're not going to see a result, right? And that's just the way it is. You have to do things in order to get things moving and rolling, whether that's physical activity or whether that's chipping away at a task. And that's why consistency always beats motivation. So here I am getting out of my way and doing a little bit of a catch-up week. So I'm posting more videos than usual for this vlog. My goal is to post 1 to 2 of these videos a week. But right now, between yesterday's, today's, and tomorrow's vlog video, I'm going to put it all together and do... I'm posting them every night. But I'm going to go ahead and continue this dialogue. It's really refreshing. It's nice. If you ever thought about doing a vlog and you're like, okay, it's kind of like journaling, but like on video. So yeah, so it's like journaling on video, and it actually releases a lot of stress. It's nice. But going back to the point was that I was aware of all the work that digital marketing does entail. Digital marketing is you have to implement some systems, and after you implement systems and you have your base, then the work that you do is just creating the content for you to attract and convert people. And that's how school works too. You set up your school, and then you put all your resources in there. Then the rest of the time is you just creating content to attract, convert, and deliver. The content isn't for delivering is your course itself, plus you on your lives answering any questions or helping people out and getting them over that wall from having a problem to no longer having a problem. And you're attracting them by telling them, I understand you have the problem, I have a solution for it, this is this and this is how it works, and you give it to them. And then you offer them, do you want to do it by yourself, or do you want to do it in the community where I can help you out in the lives, or I can or you have a community of other people that you can interact with or in the same situation, you guys are on the same journey. And so that's really what it is. So digital marketing, just set it up and you do it. And that's anything. That could be YouTube videos, that could be affiliate marketing, that could be creating digital courses online with school. So when I hear people say, because I heard it a lot in the field, people are like, I'm just gonna quit my job and I'm gonna be a YouTuber. They were joking, they're trying to be funny. And like in the back of my head, I was like, because I studied graphic design. And my favorite media is print, but obviously that's like a dinosaur. It's not a thing that happens anymore. And then second to print was video. And now video editing has took the forefront in the last years. How accessible it is for you to edit a video on your phone. I'm gonna put the microphone down because it was looking cool, but I'm getting tired of hearing it. I need to get one of those arms for it. Yeah, so video took frontline in my love, and because it's really accessible to do, and you can put in pictures, and with school, and because I'm doing it myself, because if you have a budget, you can outsource stuff, and eventually that's what happens. Like if you're starting with nothing, it's like a one man show, one woman show, one person show. Well, obviously you have to get some stuff done, and you'll be doing a little bit of everything. You'll be doing some graphic design when you're creating that thumbnail, and then you're editing, and so it's all in there. and it's exciting. But so I would remember people saying that, and I was like, well, like if you guys knew how long it takes to like render and cut stuff out and edit stuff, and then work with lighting, I was like, they probably have no idea. And not to mention the marketing aspect, right? I see these kids online, and I say kids because they're it's not even the tech savvy part, it's like they're marketing savvy. They know what is going to appeal to the person they're talking to, and they can talk to that person, and they can keep going, and it's amazing. Obviously there's people of all ages, but it is pretty cool to see like young kids just get it. And that's how they're doing it. They're having meetings, and they're planning their content, and they structure it. And I used to ask myself, I was like, why are they making the same videos? That was something I was curious about. And it turns out that when you find a good formula, you rinse and repeat, and you keep doing it. I put two and two together, and I realized, okay, that's what it is. And so what a lot of people that are successful here is that they find someone that they really like, their style, that resonates with them, and that they click with, and then they mimic it but make it theirs. They don't copy it. Don't copy it outright. Just go on YouTube, go on Instagram, and see something that you really like and make it yours. You can get inspiration. There's been tons of songs created by other people's songs through inspiration. Obviously, don't steal or take anybody's stuff. That's bad. And so that's what you're doing in digital marketing. That's your main job, is building your foundation, and you're building your foundation by creating a brand. And that's just sitting down and seeing what you represent, what your vision is, and what you're giving to the world, right? And then you're gonna figure out your marketing, and that's a day-to-day thing, because you're hopping on trends depending on what you're doing. If you're selling products, if you're selling courses, see what's popular, and what doesn't change what doesn't change in that is the base, right? So we know that marketing, maybe where the letters go, what music to put, what angle to put the camera, that's the kind of stuff that kind of switches around in marketing. Obviously, the rest of it doesn't. You're letting people know that, you're aware of the pain point. You tell a story of you living through it, or you ask them if they're tired of going through it. Like, I went up the stairs, I couldn't breathe. I can't live like this anymore. I need to lose 10 pounds. And what I found was, we're like, are you tired of going up the stairs? Is it exhausting? You need to get rid of those 10 pounds. I have a 14-day challenge that is gonna, and then you go on from there. So that marketing formula pretty much stays the same in the sense of like the pain point and stuff. But those are bits and pieces that we go learning that we start learning as we start diving into digital marketing. And it's fun. I really enjoy it. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy the psychology of the marketing. But we have to get over some obstacles, especially if you've been in this world for a minute and you've let some stuff fill your basket, right? And so this journey has been really eye-opening, because I'd been unpacking some stuff, but I needed to act on the stuff that I was unpacking. For example, closing. So I worked in sales for a few years when I was out of high school, and I was in college. And I really enjoyed it, but I was not a strong closer. And I didn't have anybody to look to help me close. Not an excuse. The internet existed then. It wasn't as great as it is now, not as fast as on our cell phones. The telephone is on our cell phones. Not an excuse, and I could have found a mentor, but I wasn't a strong closer. And then over the years, I've realized, okay, I'm not the only person that feels that. It's like that weird shame of asking for the money. But when I buy something, I have no problem with people asking me for the money. So I've done a lot of that work too, because with digital marketing, you'll be asking people to go to your community. It's only $39.99, you know what I mean? Or you're closing on a high ticket offer, or it's $4,999, and you're doing everything for them, and that's a higher price. But you have to be comfortable with knowing your worth and the work that you're putting into it. And you've obviously done the process of communicating value to them. So there's all those little things that we have to work through and get straight, and know that we're going to be uncomfortable regardless, right? We're going to be either uncomfortable. So there's a lot of reasons people decide to change careers or to do something. And if you go into digital marketing because you want to just make money, I mean, that's a good thing, but it can't be the only thing, right? And so if you're at your job doing it, you're not happy, and you want to transition to something else, whether it's digital marketing or not, it's going to be uncomfortable there. because you're going to be unhappy every day that you go to it. And you're like, oh, I could be fishing, I could be a marine biologist, I could be discovering the mountains, or I could be doing digital marketing, right? Something that either brings me more joy or brings me more money or brings me joy and money. Whatever it is that you want to do, you're going to live with that regret, and you're not going to be able to be comfortable in that. So it's either feel a little bit of uncomfort growing and getting through your obstacles, or feel like a perpetual uncomfortableness in the sense that you're stuck where you're at. And then on top of it, you have all that regret and all that other uncomfortableness, right? So that was all the stuff that I've been going through these few months with picking what kind of digital marketing I'm going to do. And at the beginning, I was having a lot of pressure because I was like, I need this to pay for itself immediately, right? And that happens. There's tons of people that hit it, they're super viral, and they just knock it out of the park. But then when I came into it, I realized I was like, wow, I have more. Like, I knew I had a lot of moving parts. And then on top of it, picking something, like picking my area and my niche. And so every single shiny object that I saw, I put a lot of energy to. The good thing is that I can take bits and pieces of it. So that's why when I talk to you about shiny object syndrome, if you like try it out. Try it out for 24 hours, 72 hours. If you love it, and you see some progress, then stick with it and just follow it through until it makes you money for you to do something else. If you're just like, no, I'm in here because this makes a lot of money, but I hate this, don't do it. Don't do it. But don't jump around either. You kind of have to line something up that you prefer or like. So do your research before you get started and pick your branch, and then focus on that. Once it starts producing, then eventually you'll just grow into a different stage. Or you can add revenue streams of revenue from other areas that you can move on to later on. And that's good advice in general. If I had gotten that advice when I was younger, that would have helped out a lot. Because you're thinking, and when I was younger, it's not even the case of shiny object syndrome. There's something we don't talk about where it's like wage shiny object syndrome, where we're thinking, oh, if I can make this much, it'll be better. But the reality is that if you make that much, but you live outside of your means, you're still not going to be able to put something aside for whatever project you have. If you want to open a restaurant, if you want to publish a book, whatever it is you want to do, it can really throw a wrench into your plans. So because there's people that are making 20,000, hopefully the housing, or they have some sort of arrangement, but let's say even 40,000, they're making 40,000 and they're keeping and doing more with their money than some people that are making 140, right? That's just a reality of it. So we have to take that into perspective too. So this was like a roller coaster. My journey has been amazing. I started off with affiliate marketing research, and then I went into e-commerce. I opened up my t-shirt store, and then I hopped onto the TikTok affiliate program through the loophole and tied in those two. And then while I was looking for a way to make my stand store, I ran into my mentor that showed me a whole new world with school. And so now all I'm doing is helping coaches and entrepreneurs transition from not being online to being online with their full course, with a community, and with a calendar where they can help more people versus one-on-one. And so it's been a heck of a journey. It's been really eye-opening, and it's just a reminder that what I tell people in my content and what I tell my clients is that no matter how many hours a day, you can't add hours to the day if you get paid by hour, and you can't add clients into a day and service them properly, right? Because we only have a certain amount of time. And this journey has been really nice. It's like one thing's led to another. And the reason that they're all super similar is because they fall under the digital marketing umbrella. And so this is where you're going to find everywhere. So email marketing is tied into everything. Email marketing is really important because it's, like I said, yesterday's video, $1 in gives you $42 ROI, return on investment. And it's tied to everything. It doesn't matter what you do. If you do affiliate marketing, you're going to promote those affiliate links with email marketing. And if you do affiliate marketing or products or anything like that, well, you're going to do email marketing while you're servicing people to make sure that they're happy with your product, to get reviews, and also to let them know when you drop a new product if you're doing e-commerce, I meant to say. So email marketing is tied into it. So email marketing, the important part structure of that is that you're going to need a funnel. So in general, that's why I like Skool. I don't need a website with Skool. I could just use Skool, System.io, which is the email marketing software, and just a store that's on System.io. That's it. Most of the other structures are very similar too. That's all you need. But you do need to know that it's going to take a little bit of time for you to set up, unless you pay somebody to set it up for you. And so yeah. But once you have that in place, everything's smooth sailing, and it's just concentrating on delivering after you've attracted and converted people, and delivering on your promise, making sure you pull through and you deliver on what you said that you could do for them, right? If you're helping them lose 10 pounds in a month, help them lose the 10 pounds in a month. If you're going to teach them how to paint on a giant canvas in a 4-day workshop, we'll teach them how to paint on giant canvas in the 4-day workshop, right? You have to pull through. You have to say what you have to deliver. If not, you lose credibility, and your product doesn't have value, right? So yeah, that's today's vlog or rant of me transitioning from trucking into digital marketing. I did have the advantage that I did graphic design, and that I've stayed current. And I've stayed current online, not from a consumer standpoint. I was a consumer because I wasn't putting anything out into the world, but I was very observant into seeing the content styles and how people set their cameras up, how they talk. And for being a trucker for a really long time, I was not a social butterfly trucker. I trucked with my wife. When you're teams, you don't stop as often. When you're a solo driver, you drive for your DOT 11 hours if you make the whole drive, and then you can be on duty for 14 hours total, not 11 and 14. It's 11-hour shift, which you could drive 14-hour shift, of which you can drive 11 hours. And I wasn't super social. I was probably listening to Mel Robbins, and I was listening to Grant Cardone, and I was listening to all that good stuff, but I wasn't really talking. And I remember that I made it a thing with my wife. I was like, maybe I should start talking a little bit with you and practicing. And that helped a little bit, but I wish I had really gotten into that. If you're somebody that works in an area where you're kind of stuck by yourself, you're not communicating a lot, and you're in your mind, don't be afraid to stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself. And the camera is even a better source, because you can really see what you're doing, what you're not doing. If you're looking, your uhs, I'm working on that, and allowing yourself to release that anxiety. So I just saw this week that there's these exercises that you can do before you go live, and I have to go live this whole next week because I'm promoting the workshop. So I just created a workshop. It's going to be a 10-day workshop where I help coaches and entrepreneurs build their first school. So I'm helping them set everything up. They're going to know how to put their banners. They're going to know how to create their banners and their icons. They're going to know how to create their banners and their icons, put them up there, optimize their about pages, organize their courses, learn how to upload them and put them into a classroom, learn how to set up questions for when people go into the group. And so there's all that good stuff, how to link a website link to their about page, and how to link their about page to the website. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. Oh, and they get a free a funnel. They get a funnel template, and they get the basics on System.io, so they know how to start collecting their email list. If they already do it, then they can just transfer it over, and just System.io is a lot easier to use. So I'll be, maybe that's what I talk about the next few days, is me doing that exercise. Maybe I can get some footage of me just like it's just you releasing energy, and maybe doing a couple push-ups and some breathing exercises to kind of get because anxiety isn't bad, that nervousness isn't bad. It's how we process it. If I'm like, I'm so scared to do this, I'm scared to be on the camera. But if I'm like, this is exciting, this is a new chapter, I want to be on the camera. I want to communicate. Then like our body's kind of like, oh, this is exciting. It's not your body's like, I'm not getting eaten by a predator, like a giant cat or something. Yeah. All right. Good night.